evening. How is everyone tonight? Today is Wednesday, and today is going. No, why is that quilting day? I changed it. What are you doing? It is pattern kit making day. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. I changed that earlier. I'm not sure why I did change it. Okay, so today is pattern kit making day. Yay! I put a picture up on the right of my most recent pattern that was released on Monday. If you are watching this before Thursday at 4 p.m., I am doing a giveaway on my Facebook. You have to make sure that you like the video on my Facebook and you comment with what pop culture or comic pattern that you would like me to make next for the quilting patterns. And then I may consider it. Hey Amber, how are you? So today I am going to create all of my quilt kits. So I've got my patterns over here, and I've got my blown up materials list, and I'm going to throw them all together. So, drawing 4 p.m. tomorrow for the free pattern for the new Amazon Warrior. So I love her a lot. She's cool. Okay, so I'm going to start with her actually. So when I'm making the pattern kits, first thing I do is I take the sample that I have in stock. So I do have at least one sample of every single one of my quilts that I have patterns for. So this is my Amazon Warrior. Stay. So that's my Amazon Warrior. So those are her colors. She has 6 colors. Now, because she is new, I do not have any kits already made. You don't want to be out with the bugs. Is it really warm there? So it's been warm here a couple of days, and today it was so super cold, and of course today was the day that Jord had a rugby tournament. So I was outside all day today in the cold and rain. It was like 40 degrees the entire day. It was ridiculous. So I think I'd rather deal with the bugs than the cold, rainy 40 degrees today. So I've got my pattern. She has 6 colors I said in here. So the first thing that I like to do is I like to try to match the fabrics that I have in the sample. And if I don't have any of the fabric left that I've made in the sample, then I will pull something else that's compatible that also looks good. So that's the first step. Oh, wow. Yeah, you know it's a bad thunderstorm if it knocks out power. And I do have an energy drink tonight, so I shouldn't have to need any coffee. Okay, so let me go start finding these. In fact, let me move my ironing board while I grab the... Let me go this way. There we go. Because I need to get over here. Okay, so black Kona. That's over here. I've got gold. That one is a Moda. Yep, that one there. Thank you very much for the host. And then tan. Oh, that's right. I got a new Moda for that one. That one is the color for this one is called Natural. Okay. And then the blue is the bright blue. Oh, oops. Yep, that's it. And then I got the yellow, I got the black, the red. I believe it's the cherry red. Yeah, I believe I got the red hot. Yep, red hot. And then the purple. Okay, I believe I used that one. Oh, nope, there it is. It's all, that's right, because I used it in the GameCube quilt. Come here. It's I have a huge stack of bolts over here, and of course it's on the very bottom of the stack. There we go. Purple. Okay, so I've got all my colors. So, take these and set them aside. Now, I would like to have at least 6 kits on hand at a time. Right now, you'll notice on my Etsy store, if you do it before C2E2, I have kits for sale of just the, oh yeah, isn't that red fantastic? I have kits for sale with just the fabrics. Starting in 3 weeks, I'm switching it over, and I'm going to have the kits be pre-cut. So I've got to pick up all those kits from the lady that fulfills all my Etsy orders for me, and then I need to cut everything and then give them back to her. So what I'm doing right now is I'm preparing everything. So in 3 weeks, these kits should be available online at Etsy. So I can set her aside. Oh, there we go. I'm going to put it over here, because that way I know she is done. All right, so 6 kits. I'm going to start from the bottom up. So purple. So these are going to be pre-cut kits. So you have the strips all ready. The only thing that you need is to combine the strips and then cut the fabric. Yep, 6 kits of each pattern. So the kits themselves, so for tonight's plan is I'm going to make all my kits. I'm thinking the kits are going to take about 1.5 hours, 2 hours. After I get all the kits done, I have a car canopy part thing to make for my father-in-law. He just wants me to do a quick sew. It should only take me 10 minutes. And then I'm going to start back on my quilting. I think I figured out the problem for the thread of why it was getting caught underneath, so I'm going to do another crack at it tonight after this. But this is more important for right now, so I'm going to get these done. Alright, in fact, I wanted to iron this. It is a little wrinkled. I think the fabric must have gotten caught on something. Yep. No, I may not have fixed the problem. I think I know what's causing it. And if it's not what I think, then I definitely know what's causing it. If it's not what I think and what I fixed, so I think it is the plate itself wasn't perfectly square. There we go. The plate itself that you saw me unscrew wasn't perfectly square on there. And because of that, I think it was getting caught in there. If it's not fixed, if it still gets caught, then it is unfortunately the weight of the thread that I chose the multicolored thread, which just means I can't use that thread anymore. But of course, I'm going to deal with the tugging and finish this because I've already gotten halfway through it. So, okay, so purple. I need 5 3.5-inch strips. So this is the initial squaring up cut. This is making sure that I've got that. In fact, let me move my... There we go. Okay, so 5 3.5s. Yeah, no, I hope it's not the thread too. It's like I tried to do quilting with this kind of spool, and for the life of me, I couldn't get it working. My machine doesn't like it. For some reason, I can't do it. I just 3.5, right? Yep. So that is now becoming my bobbin thread. That's how I wind all my bobbins, is with those spools. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's also like metallic thread. For some reason, I cannot work with metallic thread. It just doesn't work well for me in my machine. Oh, and I forgot. Shelly OB and Corning. Thank you very much for the follows. You guys followed whenever I wasn't streaming. So if you're watching this on YouTube or a recap on Twitch, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I'm actually going to cut a couple of more since I'm in the groove. I am making 6. Okay. And the reason why I'm turning this is because the fold actually pops it out a bit. So, there's my first one. So there's one. You know what? Before I set that on there, let me make sure the cat hasn't jumped on there and gotten hair on it. Okay. Okay, so there's one. Now I do have to square this up again because it looks like it wasn't folded nicely before. So, this down, and let me square this up again. Yeah, anytime you smooth your fabric, if you notice it's not quite perfect, square it up. Okay, so now I'm doing 8 2-inch strips. One. Two. Three. 4. 5. 6. what I'm doing is counting again. I'm counting to make sure I have 8 strips. I normally lay them all. Okay. Yep. Alright, let's do some more. 3.5. So there's one for one color. See what I mean? It may take me a couple hours. It may take me the whole night. In that case, I am going to stream Friday night. If I don't get to finishing quilting the Hyrulean quilt tonight, I will do it Friday. I need to somehow come up with a sticker to put on my pattern, my kits that say pre-cut strips, you know, or something like that. Okay, so there's 3, 4, 5. So there's 2. Okay, it's 4. So how is the other streamer, the artist that you follow, Amber? Let me do 8. I was just gonna do another one of 3.5s, but when I do kits, I always cut the background first because that has it uses up the most amount of fabric. Okay, I've got to recut now. Oh, I've got to even this up after that cut. There we go. Oh, what time is it? 6 o'clock. Before I forget, so I'm streaming until 9:15 tonight. I have to make sure I put hockey game on because the Blue Jackets are playing the Penguins. So I want to watch that. He is that's awesome. Nice. Alright, so I'm going to NHL, although I need to mute this, because I do not want to get into any issues when I put this on YouTube. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so the Penguins Blue Jackets game's not till 7:30. So, oh, do you watch hockey at all, Amber? I think you're the only one watching at the moment. Ooh, it depends. Yes, I like pineapple on pizza if it's a combination with a couple other things. So I like the combination of pineapple and onions. I do not like ham. So I don't like the Hawaiian pizza. But if it's like pineapple with a bunch of other like veggie kind of things, yes, I like it. One, two, three, four, five. Oh, okay. It's I'm a huge hockey fan. I have season tickets to the Washington Capitals, so that's whenever I go visit my parents in Maryland a week out of the month. That's the excuse that I make. And I know I've already told you that I'm heading down in May, and hopefully I will be there a very long time watching hockey. So it means they've gone far in the playoffs. So the Capitals are playing the Maple Leafs in the first round, but that game's not until tomorrow. Hence, I'm not streaming tomorrow. The Penguins are our rivals, but the Blue Jackets have been doing amazing this year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I really want to watch that game. But the game doesn't start till 7:30. So, yeah, no, for some reason I don't like ham. Now, if it's like bacon or, something like that, yeah, I can do it. So from 7 to 7:30, I can either put on the Rangers and the Canadiens, or the Bruins and Senators. Yep. So I'll leave that on. Let me do the Canadiens and the Rangers. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the national broadcast. Fantastic. I also have a NHL season pass subscription. So I stream everything. So I have the NHL app on right now. So when it pops up at 7, I'll watch that for 30 minutes and then switch over to the Penguins game. Okay. So here is 8 strips. Yeah, and seriously, this is what I do now for making quilt kits. I just sit, use my rotary cutter, and cut strips. Come on, move over. There we go. Now, the biggest thing whenever, like I said, when you're doing strips is to alternate the strips themselves. Because you don't want a big mess. There we go. And this is 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. Okay, so I'm thinking this fabric, how many yards do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9, 10 yards left of a 14-yard bolt, and I'm going to use at least 5 yards. 3. No, I'll keep it on. I was debating if I was going to take it off of the big bolt and fold it. You know what? Because it's so much easier. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to take it off the big bolt. Alright, so I'm going to take this off and fold it onto a smaller bolt. Alright, when I reorganized, where did I put my extra bolts? Oh, there they are. Oh, that's cute. Well, she could sit for 5 seconds. I had ferrets in my previous marriage. I actually had, when I was in high school, I had a boyfriend that was obsessed with ferrets. And so, this is my senior year of high school, and my first 2 years of college? Yeah, 2 years of college. No, first year of college. Sorry, I'm doing math and thinking. So I bought him a ferret and gave it to him. And then when we broke up, his mother, because he was still living at home, said, "You can't have that in my house," so I kept it. So all I'm doing to fold it onto the smaller bolt is I undid my bolt, and I'm folding the fabric in half and setting it aside. So you have to do this step first. And then when I'm folding it, I'm just making sure that the bottom here is lined up all the same way. Yeah, ferrets are really good. I like ferrets. Although, just like with hamsters and gerbils, I hate cleaning the litter. I really wish I would have taught my ferrets to use a cat litter box. I never did. I did the regular litter in a corner, and yeah. And of course, I was an average teenager and would only clean it like once a month, so it smelled. So when Jordan was little and Mike wanted to get her an animal, I said, you know what, that's fine. No small rodents that have to have litter like that, and no amphibians. Yeah, well, that crossed off everything that they wanted. Yeah, no reptiles at all. Oh, and then he tried to get me by getting a spider. I'm like, oh, no, honey, that is not happening. So by doing this, it will save, even though it seems like it's taking a lot of time, it will save me time when I'm cutting the rest of this. And it's going to save me space because I don't have a lot of space for the big bolts. So I can put it onto my regular shelf with everything else. I used to, actually the moment that I would buy a bolt, I used to fold it and put it on a small one, which is why you see some of them are really thick and really big, because it's almost a full bolt. And I learned my lesson. I'm like, you know what? There's no reason to do that until there's just a little bit of fabric left on the bolt. Yeah. So Mike works for Labatt, which is actually a really good company to work for. Every Christmas, they have a holiday party for all of the kids of employees. So he's an IT guy, so he's in the office, but it's also for all the brewery guys and everything else. And they always invite the snake lady. It's this lady that has a ton of snakes, reptiles, and spiders. And they crawl all over you. And that was Jordan's favorite thing every single year, is to watch the snake lady and play with all the stuff. And every Christmas, I would say, nope. You know what? Let's talk about it in a few weeks, and they would both forget about it. Because I know if we would have gotten something, who would have taken care of it? And I was not about to take care of that. Yep. Okay, now I want, as I undo the fabric, I want it to come from the left-hand side. So, if I put it this way, then I would unwrap it this way and it would come from the left-hand side. And that's all I do, is just make sure I wrap it and keep it tight. I love this purple. It's so hard to find good purples. I just made my appointment with my motor rep for spring market so I can put another order in for a whole bunch of fabric. I think I'm going to reorder this one. Oh, that's what I was needed to do. Got it. Okay, just making sure I still had the bulbs. Okay, I'm going to take the sticker off of that, and I'm going to put the sticker right here. That way I know that's what this is. And then I'll put that on my list for reorder. Because I won't order it till May, so I won't get it until June. So by then, I'm sure I'm going to need some of this light purple again, because it is cool. Okay, there we go. Now that I redid that, as you see, I've got to recut that. Okay, this is the very end. So this is the part that was folded in. So I'm going to iron this. I just want to make sure it's nice and straight because I don't want any wonkiness when I'm cutting it. Okay. Hey Doug, how are you? Okay, so now I can use my small one. And you'll see how much faster this is going to go. Alright, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to change my rotary cutter blade. I keep talking about it, and it's going to happen. I have two over here, because every birthday and Christmas, my mother buys me an extra rotary blade, because she knows how much I use them. This one's got schmegma on it. Getting your ducks in a row. You know, that could mean lots of things. Okay, so this is how you can tell your rotary cutter blade needs changing. This is a brand new rotary cutter blade. You see how all of this is black? That is my rotary cutter blade. Yeah, I think it was time to change it. There we go. All right. All right, let me recut this. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, so with the new rotary cutter blade, you have to be very careful not to cut your fingers off. So my friend Lindsay, I don't think she watches my videos yet, but I need to tell her that I'm talking about her in this one, is a big scrapbooker. And with rotary blades, whenever you're doing rotary cutting, always make sure you keep your fingers on this side and you're always holding it like this, because what Lindsay did is, here, I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you in here. So she did this, and as she was cutting, she did this and kind of cut the tip of her finger off. So be careful. All right, so I'm doing 2 inches. Okay, let's go 2-inch strips. Oh my god. Alright, I'm glad I made that decision. And it's not like I can't get rotary cutter blades for the cost of wholesale. Six. 7. It's actually easier to get a better measured cut this way too, because you're not cutting such a long strip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's do a 3.5 just for good measure. Okay, so that one's going to go over here. And all I have to do is this. I don't have to fold anything in half because I've already folded it in half. And that's done. Okay, so we have 3 kits done with the purple. 3 more to go. So tonight is quilt kit night, Doug. I am making quilt kits because I have 2 new patterns that I don't have quilt kits on my Etsy shop, and I need to restock some of the others. Okay, so there's 5. There's 2. What? Because I've got the cut in half of them up there. Doug, do you watch hockey at all? Yep. 6. 7. 8. Oh, he may have popped off again. Oh well. Oops, I accidentally cut this one a little big on the bottom. So let me rectify that. Now whenever you cut them a little big like that on the bottom, oh, and on the top. It wasn't on the bottom, it was on the top. I've got to re-cut a new line here, just to make sure it's straight again. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great, so there's 4 kits done. There's 5 for the 3.5s. And my hope, it'd be nice if they all immediately sold as soon as they're up on Etsy. But right after C2E2, I have 3 weeks after C2E2, I have Tidewater Comic Con. in Virginia Beach. 3 weeks after Tidewater Comic-Con, I have AwesomeCon in DC. And then the following weekend, I have Too Many Games in Oaks, Pennsylvania. So, I am not going to have a lot of time in the months of May and June, and would kind of like to make quilts during that time and work on those commissions. So that means I may not have time to make more kits. So I kind of hope they last until after Too Many Games. But then the other part of me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more. The other part of me thinks, oh, you know what? No. You really just want to sell out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and one more kit, so that's 5. Yeah, it looks like I need to trim again. Two. One. Two. Oh, hi, Chrissy Ann. How are you? 3. I would have went bonky on that one. There we go. And it's still okay for this one. Yep. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6. Hey, Doug, you're back. I was asking, are you a hockey fan? Seven. 8. Alright, purple is done. Alright, my purples are there. Okay, so this now gets to be put away right there. Okay, next color, red. So that'd be, yes, you like hockey. That's funny. You know how many times I've heard that? So, because where about my controller? Oh, there it is. Blackhawks play, tomorrow at 8 p.m., okay. I'm going to put the Penguins Blue Jackets game on at 7:30, but in the meantime, I'm going to put on the Rangers Canadiens at 7. See, you're in Chicago, though. You're supposed to be a hockey fan. You get the Blue Jackets. What do I say? You get the Blackhawks. I've got Columbus on my brain. Okay. So for the red, I need 1 3.5 and 1 2. So red is super easy. The purple has the most of the entire pattern for that one. So 1 3.5. 1 2. Oops. There we go. 3.5. Okay, does Macomb have any professional sports teams? They're not the Sox because they suck. Yeah, see? It's like, everyone loves the London Knights, but they're OHL. So if you're going to support an NHL team, you either support Detroit Red Wings or the Toronto Maple Leafs if you want to support a local team. They're both 2 hours away from us. Well, no, yeah, 2 to 3 hours away. Okay, and it was 4, so I need 2 more. Oh, I forgot to turn the heat up this morning when I left the house. And of course, I'm wearing what I wore to the rugby game all day today. There we go. So I turned the heat up, and now I'm getting too hot. Yeah, you notice how I don't pull the fabric away? I push the bolt away. I want to make an instructional video on how to use a rotary cutter. I just haven't had any time. Okay, so that's it for red. Red is all done. Go. Okay, next is black. Got some fun news the other day from Australia who did her undergrad. Okay. Doug, do you realize how big Canada is? You know it's bigger than the United States, right? rugby is like one of those where it doesn't really, I don't think it matters how old you are. As long as you are willing to beat people up. Yes, it is closer than Australia. So, I don't know if I've told the story yet. So black, I need 2 3.5 and 6 2-inch. So I'm going to cut a bunch of 3.5s first. I don't know if I told the story. My husband has someone from his company who works in Belgium was visiting, and they were visiting the home office here for North America, which is in Toronto. So he was in Toronto, and my husband was there in a meeting with him, and they were talking. And he goes, "Yeah, so I'm leaving in 2 weeks. I have about 4 days off." Yeah, you need to find that out, Chrissy. He says, "I have about 4 days off, so I think I'm going to drive to Vancouver and see Canada." And everyone stopped and looked at him. And they're like, "Do you realize how big Canada is?" He says, "Well, I know it's big. So, like, in Europe, you can drive from one end to the other end of Europe in, like, a day." So he was pretty surprised whenever they pulled out a map. And they basically picked up Canada and stuck it over top of Europe so he could see how big it was. He was like, "Oh, I guess you can't do that." No, you can't do that. I don't know what it is with Kona Black. It picks up any little hair. It's really annoying. Okay, so I need 2 blacks. Yeah, it's me. I'm shedding all over everything. Yeah, I was hoping I would get a Sizzix by now to do all this cutting for me, so I didn't have to do rotary cutting. Yeah, unfortunately, it hasn't happened yet. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you know what? I forgot to set the game again. There we go. Oh, already cut that one. 5. 6 more 3.5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'll see you later, Doug. 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, making sure. I'm sitting here thinking how I'm going to package them. So this is how I package my patterns. I don't think that there is enough room in here for the fabric, because then this can't fold over. It's meant for just a paper pattern. So I got these. Now right now I've got some big plastic boxes that I put everything in, and I don't like that because I can't hang them and they take a lot of room. So I wanted to do baggies. So I was thinking I take the pattern, put the pattern in like that, and then put the fabric in as well. The only issue, see, it'll fit, but the only issue that I'm thinking is I don't want it to start doing that as it's in the package. So I need to think of a way to get it to stay, but then still, I don't know, maybe it'll be thick enough to where it won't do that. Guess we'll see. Oh, it's 2 strips. I'm like, why don't... Like, I know I cut enough black for everything. Alright, stay. Stay. Stay! What are you... Okay. Oh, you on my, my Japanese wood spirit? I like him. He's super cute. I don't know. That's why I'm gonna cut everything for these 6 kits, and then I'm gonna start playing with it. Because this is the first time that I've offered it in, oh, I've got them upstairs. I've got the plastic, the big plastic boxes upstairs. It's the first time I'm offering, I'm gonna put them in the big baggies, and it's the first time I'm offering cut kits. Normally I cut the yardage. So like for Pac-Man, it says you need 1/4 yard of white, 1 1/4 yards of black, 1/4 yard of yellow. I would just cut that. This is the first time where I'm actually cutting the strips. So when you're cutting the fabric, you just cut it, just you fold it the size of the container and you don't have a problem. But with the strips, I'm not sure how that's going to work. So once I get the kits done, I'll play around with them. And rolling the fabric may work as well because it's already been cut, so you know it's an accurate cut. They would just have to re-iron it before they sew them together. Rolling it may not be a bad idea either. I'll play with a couple different ways. See, these are all the things that go into running your own business. All the things you have to think about. Like those little plastic boxes, those took me a good 2 weeks of research before I finally decided on them. And I thought they were fantastic. They fit perfectly. They were great. They stacked nicely. But you know what? They took up a lot of room. And the lady that fulfills my orders for me, it takes up a lot of the room at her house. So, trying to find a more space-saving way. And you cannot ship the plastic boxes, I found out, because the moment that you put it in a bubble mailer, it collapses and dents. And if we were to put it into a box, it would cost a lot more money to ship. Okay, so this should be 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. That's a good idea. Cut a cardboard insert. Alright, when I get that far, I've got, those are 8x10s, aren't they? You know what, that's a really good idea, because I can use cardstock. Apparently I caught on some thread. There we go. I've got a thing of cardstock. Yeah, I'll see if I can use that. Because I can get that with a 50% off coupon at Michael. 50% off coupon at Michael's. You can get cardstock for pretty cheap. And I don't know if my wholesaler does cardstock, but if they do, then that's another way to get it cheap. That's a great idea. Thanks, Chrissy Ann. That was, okay, yeah, I was making sure it's Chrissy Ann that said that. See, this is another reason why I love streaming. I love bouncing my ideas off of people. It's like, I am a huge proponent of no one knows everything. You need a family of people to give you ideas and to bounce your ideas off of. So I'm always trying to increase my sphere of people that I can talk to and bounce ideas off of. That may work. That's okay. Alright, so when I get to assembling them, I'll grab my cardstock and... Okay, so that was 2, 4, 6. 6. Alright, so I need 6 more, and that's it. Okay, so 6 more 2 inches, and I'm done with the black. Oh, so I figured out my schedule for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'll put it up tomorrow morning. And don't forget, I'm giving away my pattern for this one, for the Amazon Warrior, tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So like and comment on my video on my Facebook if you want to win. So then tomorrow morning I'll put up the new schedule. I'm going to go Friday evening. I'm thinking I'll do a 5:30 to 8:30. And then Saturday and Sunday, 2 to 5. 4, 5, 6. If I can start earlier, I'll start earlier. If I can stay on later, I'll stay on later. But I'll definitely be on 2 to 5. Eastern Standard Time for both Saturday and Sunday. I know Sunday's Easter. George's mom's going to be in town, so I'm going to sew. And I'm not making dinner or anything. Alright. Black is done. Next is yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. My nice bright, bright yellow. It's super bright unless it's next to another color. Alright, so with super bright yellow, I need 1 3.5 and 4 2 inches. Good, I don't have to trim it. If I don't get all the kits done tonight, I'll finish them all in my downtime during the day. But I wanted to at least do it one time on camera so you guys can see what I do. And because it's the first time I'm doing kits this way, bounce ideas. One. Two, 3, 4. I have obviously, I'm going to increase the price of my pre-made kits, or my pre-cut kits already. Depending on how much time it takes to cut each kit, I may increase them 5 or 10. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So is anything new going on with either of the two of you? Okay, I need 8 2 inches, and then I'm done with yellow. Eight. There we go. Okay, so yellow is done. Two, 4, 2, 4. Oh, nope. I'm not done. I counted wrong. 4, 4, 4. Okay, nope, I need 4 more. I counted that wrong. That's okay. You know what? I might have to take a break after I finish all the Wonder Womans. I didn't realize how much pressure it was going to put on my fingers. Cutting this many strips. So, after I cut Wonder Woman, I may switch and quilt the Hyrulean Shield quilt. And then come back and do another set of kits. Alright, now yellow's done. There we go. Okay, next is blue. Blue, blue, blue. Oh, look at that. That was so nice it passed me. I have 3.5 strips already. Man, past Tony is fantastic. Okay, so I just need one for each one. So, one, one. So I just need 3 more 3.5 inch strips. Yep, I do have to square it up though. Yeah, being okay is fine. It's just one of these evenings where I'm not really doing anything except for cutting, so. Alright, so we need 3 more, right? Yep, 1. I think George went up and went to sleep. She was exhausted after today. 2. 3. Okay, and then I'm going to need 2 2-inch per set. Yeah, she had a long day. Yeah, it's funny because it was the very first time I've ever seen a rugby game. I'm like, wow, they're really rough. They're really, really rough. Now I'm like, even after watching that, I was extra surprised that she really wanted to do that. I asked if she was going to come down for the stream and do anything with me, and she goes, no, I think I'm going to go to bed. You know what? You don't have any homework? Go ahead. 6. Well, she didn't have school because she was in a rugby tournament all day. 8. 9. I think that is all the blue. Alright, so last color. tan. Right? Blue, black, and tan. Okay, last color. I need 2 3.5-inch strips and 4 2-inch strips. Thanks for popping over, Chrissy Ann. I will see you later, hopefully sometime this weekend when I actually have decent hours for you. Okay, this needs trimmed. Okay, so I need 2 3.5-inch strips. So I'm just going to do a bunch of 3.5s, and then I'll go back and do a bunch of 2s. Oh, and thanks again for the advice, Chrissy Ann. I appreciate it. Two, 4, 6, 7. Three. 5. 6. Okay, so I'm going to need one more of the tan in the 3.5. And then there'll be 4 2-inch strips for each one. Okay, I'm just going to cut a whole bunch of 2 inches, and I'll see what else I need to cut after that. Alright, so all of my Amazon Warrior kits are going to match my example perfectly. So if someone wants to see what she looks like with the fabrics, they can look at my example. Oh yeah, I'm going to do one whole line of 2 inches. Right. It is 7 o'clock. That means hockey should be starting soon. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one. That one. Okay, so I need 4, 6 more. And I am done cutting out sets for Amazon Warrior. Yep. Straighten up. There we go. 2. 2. Alright. So I've got my 6 kits. In here. Nope. I'm going to put it in the fabric bunched up, and I don't want that to happen. So, lay it out. There we go. Alright, what time is it? It took me 1 hour and 34 minutes to make 6 kits. I'm going to assume the first 4 minutes was me talking to you and explaining what I'm doing today. So I'm going to assume it took an hour and a half to make 6 kits. So where is my calculator? There it is. 90 minutes divided by 6 kits. That's about 15 minutes a kit. My time to make these at this point, I would say $20 to $30 an hour. So if I do 30 divided by 4, it's $7.50 more a kit. I'm going to do $5 for now. So I'll increase the cost by $5 and that's it. Gross calculator. What do you mean insurance payout? In what context? I'm getting my card stock. What's the entire problem? Give me the entire math problem. Alright, oh, I need to get my Amazon Warrior patterns. Oh, I don't have my Amazon Warrior patterns yet. That's right. I'm getting them next week. They're coming in the mail next week, so I will put them in at that point. Okay, so yeah, kits done are fantastic. I'm super excited. All right, so I'm gonna try Chrissy-Ann's suggestion. Let's put the cardstock in to give it a little bit of structure. I was gonna sit down, but I think this way's better. You know what? I just got an idea. Okay. I'm gonna have an idea for something. I may not use these at all. I may do something with her rolled idea. Oh, okay. So she's a widowed bank manager, and her husband had a payout, an insurance payout of 25,000. So I assume it'd be life insurance of $25,000. Yes, that'd be life insurance. I kept thinking, why isn't it starting? But then I remembered I muted it. They're singing the national anthems right now. Just looking at all the different ideas that people do for packs. Alright. Let's see if this works. Can that work? Now, see, I was thinking of doing that and having it be like a flower. Yeah, I saw that this morning. He died of leukemia too. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, that idea didn't pan out. So, how can I do this? Well, this may work on here. Oh, and they are underway. For the Canadiens game. Okay. That may work. Yeah, I can put the black in there too. Alright, let me pull these out and refold them. Because I've got them staggered right now. And I want to have them actual laying on top of each other. Okay, yeah, I think this way is going to work nicely. Yeah, this will work. This will definitely work. Yes, I saw your text, honey. Don't text me whenever I'm streaming. Obviously, my husband is very happy and proud of his beard, and ladies in Toronto say he needs to keep it. So yeah, so the 8x10 bag will definitely work for the quilt kit if I put the cardboard in there to give it a little structure. Okay, so what color am I not showing? I'm not showing the tan. Okay. I'm thinking I want to show each of these colors. There we go. This one over. That's it. Yes, I know you don't listen very well, honey. Alright, so then, that works. Oops, let me get all the air out. So then when I get my Amazon Warrior patterns in the mail next week, she will go in the front here. So my Japanese wood spirit, so that would be the front. And then you can see all of the cut fabric. I like this a lot. This works out really well. Thanks for giving me the idea, Chrissy Ann. That is of putting the backing on there. And then I didn't roll them, but I folded them. So, but I think that's going to work nicely. And that's nice and compact. It's a lot more compact than the big plastic boxes that I have. All right, fantastic. Okay, so I've got one. There's one done. And Montreal, New York is still 0-0. Okay. So, Mike, does that mean that you're on the train heading home? Okay, 5 more, and then I'll put the rest away. You know, I'm thinking my legs are hurting, so I'm thinking after I make these kits, I'm going to go ahead and quilt. I'm going to work on the Hyrulean Crest quilt and get that finished. And then I will finish my quilt kits later during my regular time. You know what? Why am I even doing this? I can even do this on my own time. You don't need to sit and watch me do this. Oh, hi, Kep. How are you? Fantastic, Amber. Oh, so, Amber, it worked out really well. So, obviously I don't have the patterns in yet. They're coming in next week. So, the pattern itself will be on this side, and then the fabric fits perfectly on the other side. You can see all the different colors, and you can see the colors that are in part of the kit. So, yeah, so that worked out really well. So, I think I'm done making kits because my legs are hurting. So, I'm going to switch and work on the Hyrulean Shield quilt. I'm going to work on quilting that. So, I'll move this over here. And then after I finish that, I will make the thing for my father-in-law, Ali. Okay, well, that's fine. I normally just call people by whatever their Twitch name is. If I can remember your actual name, because a lot of people I don't. All right. So, let me switch this. Do I still have the... No, I don't. Okay. No, I don't have that. Sorry, I'm just looking for the picture of the Hyrulean Crest. I don't think I have it. I'll leave that picture up then. Okay, so I've got that. And move that there. Fantastic. Okay, so I changed the camera angle tonight a little bit differently than I did on Tuesday for when I was doing the quilting, just because I wanted to show you the big area, and sometimes you have to be careful whenever the quilt goes over this way. You don't want it to pull on it. Alright, let me take this off so that you can see what's going on. So I still have everything in here. I still have my same foot on. Let me bring my tension to there. Oh. Okay, so that I may remember. That your dad is a big fan of Muhammad Ali. That's awesome. Muhammad Ali can. That's awesome. It's like, I have a friend of mine who named their son Link. Which it's totally fine with me. Okay, now this thing frustrated me the other night. Crossing my fingers that I fixed the problem. And it's not going to frustrate me tonight. I already dropped feed dogs. Okay. I think I'm about a third through this quilt. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe like 3/8. I know. Okay, crossing my fingers. See, in this way, I can look at the TV and watch the hockey game. Alright. If I don't realize when it's 7:35, will one of you guys remind me to switch the TV to the Caps Blue Jackets game? Okay, so far so good. What is it doing? Oh, dang it. Nope, I messed something up. After I did it, I didn't test it. Nope, definitely did something wrong. Okay. Where is my... Oh, there it is. What do you mean you're so far away? Oh, because you're all the way there when it was just right there before? Well, see, at least when I did this on Tuesday, it was an over the shoulder. I kind of felt like I was talking to thin air because I couldn't look at... I swear, I kept looking up at this camera every time I would talk. Okay. Like this big rat nest. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. I like how I think I thought I had fixed it, but I, in all actuality, made it worse. Alright, so let's see if this fixes it. So what I did is, what happened just now is it was getting caught on the bobbin case because whenever I tightened it down, apparently I pulled the plate too far forward. Now I still have it centered right along where my feed dogs are. What's the plus? Is that like a healing symbol? Or that's a plus? It's funny because Nicole had to teach me emojis. It took me a long time to grasp it. Whoa! Why did you go back? No. It closed the hockey game. What time is it? Okay. You know what? I'm just going to stick it on the Capitals Blue Jackets right now. I'm sorry, Capitals Maple Leafs now. Feed unavailable! What do you mean unavailable? Oh, man, don't tell me they've got it blacked out. Okay, so I am going to go back home. Oh. Alright, let me change my settings. I'm going to change the network. We actually have 3 Wi-Fi networks in my house. So I'm going to change it to another network. Come on. And see if that solves the problem. I'm not going to explain them. Oh, dang, I gotta put in my password and I can't speak into it because I don't want to give the entire world my password. No, I'm trying to put it on right now. And it's not working. It says it's blacked out. And dang it. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta put my password in. It's not putting my password in. Must be a second. Alright, let's see if that works. There we go. Ah, silly Apple. What do you mean? Oh, you silly thing. Alright, let me see if I can get this thing fixed. Hi. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's like pulling teeth sometimes with these networks. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so signal strength, I've got that. Okay, back. Yeah, no, this is riveting. Oh, wait, that camera. This is riveting TV, isn't it? Okay, where is NHL Network? Playoffs. There we go. Feed unavailable. Oh, are you kidding me? All right, let me restart my Apple. My Apple TV. Let me bounce it and make it think I'm someplace else, because... Oh, yeah, I may have to stop the stream and go upstairs. I really don't want to do that. All right. Let me work on this. Oh, it'd suck if I can't watch it down here while I'm sewing. Alright. NHL. I know, right? Playoffs. Beat it. Oh. Yeah, all the other ones I can watch. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm a freaking idiot. I was clicking on the wrong one. I was clicking on the Caps game for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm an idiot. That's why it's unavailable, because it's tomorrow. I want to watch the Penguins and the Blue Jackets. Let's watch the Blue Jackets beat. Yes, it's blocked out because now it thinks I'm someplace else. Okay, so now I'm going to switch it back to my home network. Oh my god, I'm a freaking idiot sometimes. System. Network. Like, seriously. You know, I said to my husband this morning, sometimes I don't know how I haven't killed myself. Like, how I survive. Okay, home, NHL. Yay! I got to work. God dang, I'm an idiot sometimes. I know, right? And sometimes I swear, as I get older, I get dumber. Okay, so I now have the Penguins and the Blue Jackets game on my TV in the background. We are rooting for the Blue Jackets, by the way. Okay, so before I sew that, I want to sew a scrap. Let's make sure it's not going to get caught in there again. Nope. Okay. Alright, I have fixed problem number 1. Now, let's see if I can fix problem number 2, the one I was getting yesterday. Maybe? Maybe? No. Nope, I didn't fix it. That's okay. That just means we know what the problem is. Means my machine does not like this thread, unfortunately. So if I have to look for another brand, the variegated, for some reason, I think the King Tut is too thick for my machine. It just doesn't like it. It's a higher count. It's a much thicker thread. And machines can be finicky. They can like some threads over others. At least it's alright, I gotta cross my fingers and knock on wood. It's not as bad as it was on Monday. It's still got caught, but it's only the one time so far. I can live with that. I remember that my first nice sewing machine refused to do anything with Coates and Clark. If I got a Coates and Clark thread, my machine immediately would break and have problems. It would just have all sorts of hissy fits. Oh, hey, Iron Bands Graham, how are you? But you know what I should do? Now that I've got this working, I'm going to finish this. Let me text the lady whose quilt this is for, in case she wants to watch me finish it. So, Iron Bands Graham, I figured out my quilt kits for my pre-cut strips. Oh, Amber and Christine actually helped me figure out a good solution. So I don't have the Amazon Warrior patterns yet. They come next week. So the pattern is going to go here. So like here is my, which one this one? Oh, my Japanese wood spirit. So the pattern will be like here. And then there is all of my pre-cut fabric. So you can see all the colors that are in there. I like this a lot better. And I think it's easier to mail. It can go in a nice bubble mailer. Yeah, so that'll be nice. So that's what we did the first half of my stream. And now I am finishing the quilting for the Hyrulean Shield quilt. I decided I want, oh no. I looked up, there's a broken thread right here. I've been having issues with this thread. It's it's the King Tut super thick thread, and my machine doesn't like it. And it keeps breaking on me, and I just realized it broke up here and I didn't realize it. So I'm going to have to go through this quilt after I quilt it and find and do all those little pieces and make sure that I secure those down. So I wanted to do, I'm just doing a loop-to-loop pattern for it. And of course I don't have a long arm, so it's a pain in the butt in my machine. Alright. See, this is what I mean by the bulk that you couldn't see. Why does it keep shutting down? Oh no, that's not a problem. Do you want me to repeat anything that I was just telling you about my quilt kits? For some reason, it keeps exiting off of my NHL app, keeps closing. I don't know why. Alright, there we go. It's still 0-0. Yeah, so on the stream on Monday, I was talking about all the bulk that I was struggling with. This is why I wanted to do the camera angle for today, to show you all of this bulk and to show you what you have to deal with the big one. So, the first half of the stream, I was working on quilt kits. So ever since I started my patterns, I have been selling kits where I just cut the yardage. So for example, the Japanese wood spirit, I would need a 1/4 yard of white, a 1/2 yard of black, 3/4 yards of gray, and so on and so on. So someone gave me the idea of, you know what, you may sell more if you can pre-cut the strips. So that's a little bit more work, but then they're already there, so it's less work for the person that buys it. So this is the first time that I'm pre-cutting strips. So this is the one for the Amazon Warrior. I don't have her yet. She's coming next week, but I wanted to get started on the kits. So thanks to Chrissy Yan and Amber, these are my kits. So the pattern is going to go here, and then it'll hang on with my display. And then if they want to see the fabrics, there are the fabrics, so you can see all the colors. So that works out really well. I was concerned about it sliding and causing issues, but the cardstock actually gives it a really good support, and it's not going anywhere. It's quite nice. So I think that's going to work out really well. So that's what I did the first half of the stream. And now I'm working on the Quilting the Hyrulean Shield Quilt. Oh, wrong hand. Yeah, I'm really happy with how those turned out. So right now, on my Etsy, for the quilt kits, I just have the pre-cut fabrics. So I've got to get with the lady that does my Etsy store fulfillment for me and get the quilt kits from her that she has, and then give her all of the ones that are pre-cut, and then I'll update the store. Okay, so again, I'm jinxing myself, Amber, but I think I fixed the problem. I think that one stick was just a fluke. I think the King Tut thread is telling me, no, I want you to use me. Please, please use this beautiful variegated thread. Because it hasn't stuck at all yet. But of course, now I have to go back through, since I just spotted that one where the thread broke, and make sure it's secured in there and fixed. Oh, I'm also, Iron Bands Graham, I don't know if you saw it on my social media. The Amazon Warrior, the pattern release day was Monday, so I'm doing a giveaway. I am giving away... Yeah, I told you I was jinxing myself. It got caught. That's okay. There we go. So I'm giving away an Amazon Warrior pattern. So if you want to win one of the quilt patterns, go to my Facebook, find the video, like the video, and then comment on it with which either comic or pop culture-y type pattern you would like to see. And then we're going to turn, one of the suggestions will turn into a quilt pattern. Not the next quilt, but the one after that. We actually have a plan of... Damn it. We have a plan where we release a video game and then something else. A video game and then something else. So most of my patterns are video games. Wow, really? See, okay, so it's not just, it's on the frame as well. Okay, see, this is, it's frustrating me because there's something that's underneath that's catching it, and I think it's because of the King Tut thread. It's a much thicker thread. It's the variegated thread, and I just think my machine doesn't like it. My machine prefers a smaller thread. So the thread's not breaking, it's getting caught underneath, and when I yank it, it breaks one of the threads. And of course, that's why I'm doing some extra, sewing in there. Okay, why is it? It's not nesting. It's just something's catching. I would love to know why if you know. It's very frustrating. I thought I fixed it, but I don't. I didn't. And it's only doing it for this thread. It doesn't do it for any of the other threads. Like, I quilted another one on Monday before I started. There it goes again. Before I started this one, it didn't do it. But of course I used different thread. I used the smaller thread for the one on Monday. Yeah, see, that's what. Oh, is that why yours is breaking? Oh, yeah, no, I love the Superior stuff. The So Fine, though, I don't think you can quilt with that. I use the So Fine for piecing and for. Stop closing my app. Why are you closing? I use it for English paper piecing. Is what I use the So Fine for. Yeah. Yeah. So that's probably it. See, in this one, hold on, before let me check this one. What weight is this one? Yeah, this one's a 40. Yeah, see, I normally use the Masterpiece. So I've been using the Masterpiece a lot, and that's a 50. I really, really like the Masterpiece. It's super nice. Super, super nice. So that's probably what it is. You probably need this on your machine, and I need to switch the threads. See, and so I know, so it is, Amber, it is the problem. It is this thread is my problem. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to check my bobbin's almost done. I'm going to go back and fix that one place I saw that was cut. Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm going to talk to the people at Superior at Spring Market and see if they agree with why I think this isn't working. I'm just checking for breaks. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. I'm going to take care of breaks right now before I move on. Man. And it's so frustrating, too. It's a good thing that this quilt is for a friend. A friend of mine commissioned this, so I know she's going to completely understand. And she's still going to love it. I'm going to do another check, too. And it's not like she never sees me. Oh, see, it's so frustrating. If this was for anyone else, I would have had to go through and unquilt everything as well. Luckily, it is for a friend. And it's not going in any competitions. After I completely finish this one, I'm probably going to throw it in the washing machine. And then check it again, just to make sure it's going to hold up. Yeah, that's the one I saw earlier. Okay, so that's 2 thread breaks. So, if Superior says, yep, your machine doesn't like this heavy thread, then I'll do a giveaway for all of my King Tut thread I have. Why? I don't want highlight. What are you doing? Why are you not showing me the game? Stupid NHL app. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Hey, there's Joe Tortorella. Joe Tortorella, sorry. Okay, so hopefully there's just 2 breaks. What are you laughing at now, Amber? Of course I do lots of things you can laugh at, but what did I do now? The quilt, the hockey. Alright, I think it's just the 2. Me giving things away. Oh, yeah, so I was going to say the giveaway. Well, see, seriously, I love giving things away. I have convinced Arrow to give away a sewing chair at Spring Market. Yeah, so we're going to give away a sewing chair. You got to watch my Facebook for that. Of course, I do all my giveaways on my Facebook. I like doing giveaways. They're fun. I love It's funny. I go around to companies, and if they're like, "Oh my gosh, I love your stuff. I know you," I go, "Hey, can I give some of your stuff away?" That's my opening now to companies. Like, I don't want it. I would love it if you give it to me. I'm the kind of person, I hate asking for things. I don't like asking for stuff. I feel weird and awkward asking for things. It's just, I don't feel right. But I am perfectly happy with giving things away to my fans. Because, yeah, that's awesome. I love giving stuff away. Alright, now let's do the bottom. Alright, please, 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 don't catch for the rest of this quilt. I will love you forever. I will love you. Now, obviously, I'm not going to give away this particular spool right here, just because I need to keep it in case any issues happen with this quilt that I need to fix. I want the same thread. What did I say when I first ran it off? Oh yeah, this is a good point to stop because my bobbin's almost out. Man. So, if you didn't see my video before, this is how I take care of when my bobbin thread runs out. So, normal quilt knowledge says I can just secure it down and it's perfectly fine. It's not going to go anywhere. Just go sew over it. Stupid NHL app. Stop. You know what? How much you want to bet my husband keeps logging in and watching on his iPad, which is linked to here? And so he's the one that keeps kicking me out. So, I am super obsessed with making sure stitches don't come out. Oh gosh, I hate that. So I actually knot this up and then I go and secure it. See, I'm lucky, Iron Bands Graham. I have 8 of my cheat machines that I use for classrooms. I use for classroom teaching for kids and for people that can't afford machines. I supply machines for them to use. So when I make sure when my machine goes in the shop that I'm only working on piecing. I just use one of those machines. Where did I put my gloves? Right there. Okay. It's when I went away for a week, I went to Florida. I felt so weird. I never sewed, and I fell so far behind. I have so much to do. I have a convention next week. I have a lot to do for that convention. Oh gosh. Oops. Come on. Come on. I think I'm going to take this machine into the shop on Monday because it needs it too. And then that, because my guy is amazing. He gets things back to me normally within a week. The last guy that I had, sometimes it would take 2 or 3 months. And I'm like, okay, this is my business. I do this for a living. I cannot be without a machine for 2 or 3 months. It just can't be done. Oh, how was the class that you took last week? Yeah, I hate that. I am so lucky. My shop is only about 30 minutes away from me. Okay, I'm gonna call my husband because this is frustrating me. Oh, I'm gonna have to look behind your Instagram. And you know I'm totally doing this on camera to see if this is the problem. Are you watching the hockey games? Oh, okay. I'm just checking because every time I log in to watch it, it kicks me out after 10 minutes. Oh, can you please message him and tell him he can't, that he's kicking me out? All right, thank you. All right, bye. So apparently my husband gave a friend of his our code. And that's who's kicking me out. Don't you love husbands? Yeah, I know, right? He goes, oh, well, I gave the code to so-and-so, like, at the beginning of the year. I'm like, so the way that the NHL stuff works is we can watch it as many, with multiple things, but per item. So we can only have one TV streaming it, one iPad streaming it, one iPhone streaming it, because they don't want you to do what he apparently did and give away the codes to everyone. You know, I love him, but he's frustrating sometimes. But all men are frustrating, so I'll put up with. Little things like that I'll put up with. Because, you know, it's hockey season. It's playoffs. This is important. I must watch this. Oh, and it's still 0-0, 8 minutes left in the first. And Iron Bandgram, we are rooting for Columbus. I do have an amazing husband, though. He is wonderful. In most things. I don't want him to get a big head, right? So tomorrow is the Caps Maple Leafs game, but my husband has a softball game that he would like me to go to. So I need to figure out, am I going to stream it on my iPad, my iPhone, or am I going to go but spend the entire time in the bar and come out during intermissions? It's a new team, so it's more like he just wants me to meet these new people kind of thing. I don't think he really cares if I watch the actual game. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'll just go to the bar. And Amber, I don't know if I said this on Monday or not. So I normally do a meander where I just go all over the quilt and just randomly do it. When you do designs like the curly Q I'm doing here or anything else, it actually takes more thread. So it's a different thread management. So you have to keep an eye on your bobbin and on other things. So just something to keep in mind. If you quilt something, the more design you put into it, the more thread you're going to use. That's not a bad thing. It's just something you just need to be aware of. Okay, so apparently I touched the floor, and I got lint on it, and I don't want to quilt over that. Oh shoot, I was supposed to send pictures of my spring market secret project to the fabric company today, and I forgot. Okay, so I'm going to have to do that as soon as I finish my stream. Stupid thing's getting caught again. Yes. For the first time, I was asked by someone who has a line of fabric being released at Spring Market to design something with the fabric to showcase it, to say, hey, look at this amazing fabric. See the projects you can make? So I made a 15-inch square double-sided quilt. So it's the same exact pattern on both sides. I actually took the design. It's Boutiques. Island Boutique is the company, and the line is called Go Retro. Amazing. I love this line so much. And so what I did was I took the design that was on the fabric and I pixelated it, because that's what I do. I pixelate things. So I pixelated it, and then I took two of the fabrics in the line, I did it on the one side, and I took two different fabrics in the line and did the same thing on the other side, showcasing, look, the same exact design in these different fabrics is like this, and then did a double-sided binding, so it looks good on both sides for the binding. So I'm super excited about it. But I gotta send them pictures so they can have it for all the promotional material. And then I will, it'll get hung in their booth for Spring Market. And then I'm gonna write a blog, because I can't stream it. I can't show you the fabric. I can like hint at it and give like secret pictures, like, ooh, what could this be? But I've been documenting the entire thing because she's having a blog hop. So I'm going to actually talk in a blog about my process, what I did, how I did it. So then, at that point, you can see all the pictures from me making it, quilting it, designing it, all sorts of stuff. So I think the blog hop is going to be June or July, because the blog hop will be right about the time it gets shipped to the store. Well, I blog every Wednesday right now. I don't vlog. I just blog. But every Wednesday I talk about, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm working on, this is what's coming up. Yeah, no, I'm super excited because it's the first time that I was asked to make something. So, yeah, super, super stoked. And the fabric is so cool, Iron Fans Graham. It is, yeah. She sent me a couple of samples from a bunch of the other fabrics. I can't wait to start playing with them. Seriously, too. Oh, hey, Stitch, how are you? I'm doing this again. Okay. I was making quilt kits earlier, and I got I got all of the Amazon Warrior cut out, and one of them packaged, and realized, hey, you know what? My legs kind of hurt for standing for an hour and a half doing this, so I'm going to sit and quilt. Okay, good. It was rolled under, and I was afraid I had sewn it under. Okay, still 0-0, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left of the first. Alright, let me see. Ooh, my bobbin thread's getting low. Okay, so let me finish this off, and I'll come back down. Glad I checked it when I did. And then after I do this, I will probably work on kits a little bit more. And then I've got to sew. Oh, wait, it's 8:15 already. Okay, well, I may just go right into sewing the thing for my father-in-law. I will do that next, and then if I have time, I will make more kits and put the kits together. See how much faster and easier that is when I catch it before it runs out? So I have figured out why it is catching stitch, why it was giving me so many problems on Monday. I know that feeling. My machine does not like the weight of this thread. It is too thick for my machine. And that's why it keeps catching. And when I was going slower, it was actually exasperating the problem. So if I can move faster like I'm doing, I'm keeping ahead of it, but it's still sticking. It sticks again. You're helping me. That's how you can do it, Iron Bandsgram. You're helping me solve my problems. Yeah, no, you saw how frustrated I was getting. So at least I'm not frustrated at all today because I know the problem. And luckily, this quilt is for a friend of mine. It will never be in a contest. It will never be judged. I'm doing the 90... What did it tell me? 90-14? Well, crap. Well, crap. I grabbed the wrong needle. I'm using the 7511. Okay, so that's my problem. I'm almost done. I'm just going to finish it. You know, how obvious is that too, right? And Superior puts the needle sizes right on the thread saying, use this size needle. Okay, I know my problem. So that means I'm not counting this thread out yet. So I will try this for another project. And I literally have that much left to quilt. And in that, I will use the correct needle and see if I still have these problems. You know, sometimes, okay, for me, most of the time, I feel like I know I said it earlier whenever I was pulling with the TV. I don't know how I'm still alive. I don't know how I've survived to be 40. Because seriously, with how absent-minded I am sometimes, Mike says it's all of the color that I use on my hair. It seeps into my brain. Although that's not really true because I've always been this way. I like that he tries to make an excuse. Yeah, see the 16 maybe. Yeah, with the thicker one. And it's like, yeah, those days where you're like, really? Okay, so, you know what okay, I didn't tell you guys this. So, what caused that comment to my husband earlier, I hooked the trailer up yesterday and took it over to the tire store. We use Cal Tire, which is amazing. Love them. So I could get a spare tire for the trailer because I've been driving the trailer with no spare tire. And now I'm getting a little paranoid. It's been over a year. What if it gets a flat tire? So I got a spare tire for it. So when I got home, I unhooked the trailer, moved the cars around, and came in. So this morning, I went to drop off Mike at the train station because he went to Toronto today. And he comes over and says, Tony, I'm like, what? He said, you did it again. What do you mean I did it again? And he walks over to the trailer and pulls the keys out of the trailer lock. So I have the lock on there that prevents it from anyone stealing the trailer. I had the keys sitting in there. Yeah. They were still sticking out of it. I'm like, really? Did I really do that? Alright. I'm done. This thing is quilted. It's done. No more. And of course I knocked over my spool holder. Yeah, no, yeah, I was there. I was actually eating, lunch. No, breakfast. I was eating breakfast with a friend. And she leaned and she goes, oh my gosh, and she pulls it up. It was like right after he woke up and saw that. And she pulled up the post and she showed it to me, and I hope she doesn't think that I was being heartless at the time, because she knows what I went through with my trailer last year. And I kind of was just like heartbroken. I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, I totally know how that I'm just, yeah. So I kind of just went, yeah, that really, really sucks. They recovered, I think, 2 of the quilts. Of course, they recovered the trailer, but it was destroyed. And they only recovered 2 of the quilts. They haven't recovered anything else since then. So, that really sucks. Yeah, so I don't know if you saw my stuff, Iron Bands Graham. I actually got my trailer broken into a year and a half ago, and every single one of my quilts and pillows and everything was stolen. So I had to start completely over. So yeah, so no, when that happened at Houston, I was, yeah, I think it was 1 year exactly from when it happened to me. So I was really, really heartbroken. Okay, so this is a dirty, smelly, nasty thing that I'm doing for my father-in-law. It is a side, I don't know, it's a cover, it's something from a 54 Plymouth something or whatever. My father-in-law is a car guy, and he has a He's got a garage. He's got a workshop in his garage where he actually has a full working lift and everything, and he works on cars all day. This is all he does. So he calls me up the other day and says, "Hey, so I just ripped all this stuff out of this old Plymouth, and I really want to use all the upholstery stuff still, but all of the stitching is out. Can you sew it back together?" I'm like, "All right, let me come and take a look at it." And I looked at it, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I can sew that together. That's not a problem." Now, the only problem, though, so basically I need to sew this to this. So it's just a straight stitch all the way down. The problem is after they sewed it, so it actually goes this way. After they sewed it, they apparently folded this down, so now it's just this horrible, yeah, so I've got to iron it. All right, let me move all of this over here, out of the way. And of course, my father-in-law is one of these guys that he does so much for me. I'm like, yeah, the moment that he needs something, yeah, I'll do it. Now, this, even though it's old and yucky, that's a pretty good straight line. So I won't have to do anything with that. But this one, and I'm thinking I'm going to use polyester. Just because it looks like they used a cotton thread before, and actually the thread itself is rotting and falling apart. So this is pretty gross, actually. So while the iron is heating up, I'm going to pull all of the old thread out because we don't want any of this old thread in there. We want it completely gone. Yeah, I don't think I've mentioned it yet today. A lady that I know in a vendor group that I belong to that does all of the comic book conventions and video game conventions. I've never actually met this lady in person, but, you know, she's in the same group as I am, so I know of her. She was at Anime Matsuri, which I believe is in Houston, last weekend, and Monday morning, yeah, I know, isn't it gross? Monday morning, she left, stopped for a bite to eat, and when she came out, her van with all of her merchandise and everything was gone. They stole her whole van with everything. Yeah, Houston area. So apparently, Houston's got a big problem because I was talking to some other people too, and they said that, yeah, Houston, oh god, the smells. The steam is bringing out all of the old smell of this car, and it's nasty. Ugh. Well, see? I can go next. Whew! Yeah. See, but again, this is my father-in-law, and I love him. So what I'm doing is I'm actually helping her. First of all, I'm helping her with the emotions that she's going through because, I mean, it is just a whole mess of emotions where the what ifs, you blame yourself, like all of this stuff that she's going through is just, yeah. Oh, that's right, it goes this way. There we go, just like that. Yep, there we go, got it. yeah, so she's going through a ton of emotions, and she's like, I can't quit. I don't know what to do. And so I'm helping her through all the emotions, and I'm helping her try to figure out how she can start over, what she can do. So I showed her my Indiegogo campaign that I did last year, and she's going to do an Indiegogo campaign. So I'm actually going to help her with her campaign, with getting it set up, getting all the things figured out, you know, all that stuff. Where's my... Oh, there it is. Because the biggest thing that I wish that I had was someone that had gone through that to talk to. Okay, so what kind of needle should we use for upholstery? Now I'm going to use a polyester thread. There we go. You go down there. Okay, polyester thread. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use this Metler. This is a good one. So that's what I was thinking is the jeans thread. Is the jeans needle. I was thinking universal, but if you think jeans, I'll do jeans. Alright, quilting jeans. There's my jeans. Okay, so jeans is 116. May not be thick enough. You know what? I'm going to use the King Tut. Even though it is cotton. You know what? It's a 56 or 55, so it lasted that long. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's thicker. I'm sure it'll last longer. Oh, come on. My automatic needle threader does not like to work sometimes. Okay, scissors. Where did I put you? Oh, I knocked you off. Oh, I do that a lot. Alright, theoretically, I have never done this before. Theoretically, this should be an easy straight stitch, straight down. Theoretically. Alright. And of course there's a staple there. Thanks. See, the things you get to watch when you watch my stream. Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, it looks good on the top. And it looks good on the bottom. That actually works. Now the trick is going to be ironing the seam. Although I did show him also, there's a couple of holes in the leather, how to fix it using a leather fix. Basically doing the same thing. The t-shirts that I had to fix for the t-shirt quilt that had the, God, this is dirty. I'm glad I'm doing this last. It had the holes in the t-shirt, so I took another part of the t-shirt, put it back, and used the special stuff in order to, with the applique to hold it. Well, they've got some special stuff like that for leather, so just grab another piece of leather, stick it behind, use the special thing, and smooth it over. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll keep the original upholstery, and it won't damage itself anymore. I was telling him about that, and he looks at me and goes, oh. Oof. That's it. Okay. That looks good there. That looks really good there. Huh. There we go. Upholstery is fixed. Yeah, this one's kept together pretty well. Alright, so let's iron it. No, can't do it on that side. You know what? I'm not going to worry about ironing it. Can't do it. Alright, so I'm going to stick this upstairs, and I'm going to go wash my freaking hands, because this is gross. And then I'm going to make some more kits. Put some more kits together. So I will be right back. I just got to go wash my hands and move this away from all of my things, because it is dirty and gross in a car thing. Okay. My hands feel so much better now. And I still have to quilt the link, but I'm not in the mood for it tonight. Okay, that goes there. Those go over there. Those go here. And here. Fantastic. Okay, so let me switch camera angle. And I will put some more kits together. Fantastic. I cannot wait until I can go back to a 2-camera system again. Yay, I got most things done that I wanted to get done tonight. Alright, I'm going to stick those over there. Alright, so I've got these all done. Let me move these out of the way. 1, 2, 3, I need 2 more. 4, 5. And I think I have enough cardstock for my signs for the convention and for all of the kits, so that's good. And then kits should be available with the pre-cut strips by the end of the month. I mean, I'll say on my social media when they're available. Oh, and Stitch, if you didn't see, the Amazon Warrior, who these kits are for, the pattern release was on Monday for the electronic version of it. Because it was pattern release this week, I did a special giveaway. So I'm giving away a electronic version of that pattern. So you just have to go to my Facebook, like the video, and tell me on the video what you would prefer for to be the next comic or, sorry, my brain's not thinking today, the next comic or pop culture quilt pattern that you would like me to make. And then, of course, I'm going to do the drawing on Thursday. So, I'm making all of my patterns. So every single one of my quilt patterns that I offer, I'm turning into kits. So I have the Amazon Warrior was released on Monday. Dark Mage was released in January. And then I've got Japanese Wood Spirit, Happy Puffball, Flying Superhero, Pixel Eater, and, of course, the British Police Box. So all of those are going to be kits. I don't have a Harley Quinn pattern. Well, if you want me to make Harley Quinn, go say that on the video. Because we're going to take, so the next one we're going to do is going to either be Link or Mega Man. We're going to do something inspired by one of those two. And then, sorry, I'm thinking as I'm doing this. 1, 2, 3. How did I do that? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I did do. Oh no, just 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we're either going to do Link or Mega Man, and then after that one comes out, then we'll do whatever one of these that someone suggests. We'll do that one next, and then the one after that will be either the Link or the Mega Man that we didn't do. So we're definitely doing Link Mega Man, but one of them is next, and then we'll do either a pop culture or comic after that, and then we'll do the other one. Okay. I agree. I like Harley Quinn. There we go. To make sure that this can close. No. It goes the other way. It goes this way. So I have to show my different colors. And then that goes that way. Nice. Now, I use on Thursday, now make sure you like the video too, because then you get 2 chances. So, the program that I use actually takes one random person from the likes or the comments. It's just completely random because I know too many people. Alright, I've got blue, yellow, red, tan, and purple. Alright, good. Because I don't want anyone thinking that I play favorites. It's funny because the last giveaway I did, it went to a lady that is a cosplayer that apparently just had found me pretty recently. And she was pretty excited because she'd always wanted to quilt. And I'm like, you know what? You are exactly who I made my quilt patterns for. When I did my quilt patterns, I kept cosplayers in mind because there's a lot of cosplayers that I know that want to learn how to quilt. Okay, well, if you win, you're still going to get one. So there's a lot of cosplayers that I know that want to learn how to quilt. So I actually designed my patterns where you have to be able to sew a 1/4-inch seam. Okay, cosplayers can do that. And you have to be able to use a rotary cutter. Well, most cosplayers know how to do that. Even though I say rotary cutter or fabric cutter, because you can use a Sizzix or an AccuQuilt or something like that instead of a rotary cutter. So so if you know those two skills, you can make my patterns. Blue. Just trying to make sure everything is going to be represented. Yeah, put the red on top of the purple. Okay. Yeah, and the biggest thing why someone suggested, why don't I do the pre-cut, the biggest thing that people are hesitant about is cutting those long strips. So this way you've got the strips, the only thing you have to worry about is nesting the seams and cutting the pieces. Yeah, and I don't have the actual pattern to show you for Amazon Warrior because the physical pattern isn't coming until next week. But I released the PDF pattern, so I'm super excited. Oops, there go my patterns. Oh, I got kicked out again. Like, seriously, why does it keep kicking you? Oh, hey! And the time it kicked me out and I turned and looked at it, Pittsburgh has scored 2, so it's 2-0 Pittsburgh. Come on, Blue Jackets. Yeah, I know. He just really wants to be involved. There we go. Okay, there's 3. Oh yeah, these are so much better. No, I don't have any of the plastic boxes to show you guys what I did put them in. No, I like these a lot better. These are so much better. Yellow on red. Yeah, the more I'm doing this, the easier it's getting. Hey, so I've had a productive night. Oh, I'm pretty happy. Stay. There we go. There we go. That one. Okay, let me check and see. Amber commented on your video. Yes, that one. Let me see how far away the husband is. I'm gonna go pick him up at the train station. He is in Brantford. Oh. I think his train's gonna be early. Okay, so I'm gonna finish these 2 kits and call it a night. Because I gotta go to the train station and pick up my husband. Oops. We do the share your location. Oh, did I just grabbed from the wrong one? We do the share so I could see exactly where he is. Red and purple. Okay, let's do there, there, there. Okay, purple one. Okay, we need yellow, blue, and black. There we go. Oh yeah, these are getting so much easier the more I do. This way, Tony. Okay, so if you're getting into sewing, and you're not sure what thread and what needles to use, all the superior threads tell you right on there. So this masterpiece, it says use top stitch needle 80-20, 80-12. So they actually tell you on the actual thread which needle to use. So they're super cool. And it would have been great if I would have actually paid attention and followed that directions for that quilt. Although Gutermann has a new quilting line that they've come out with for their thread, they sent me a bunch of samples to use to see if I like it. Of course, it's sitting at my US address, so I'm not going down until May. So we will see. Kick me out again. Seriously. So we will see when I go down there how the thread is and if I like it. I'm sure I'll like it though. Or else they wouldn't be giving it to me. They wouldn't be sending it to me to try it, right? Because they're super confident in it. Alright, last kits. Oh, and then on my patterns in the upper right-hand corner, I have a number that tells me how many kits I already have made. So in this case, I had a 0. So that's my cheat sheet. So when I go on to my next kit, I need to figure out how many I need to make. I just look in the upper right-hand corner and I see, okay, I want 6 total. How many kits do I have now? How many do I need to cut? And obviously if it says like 5, that means I'm only making 1, but I've got to get the other 5 from the lady that fulfills all my Etsy orders. Okay, so okay, and then red, blue, just like that. This way. There we go. There we go. 6 kits. So my Amazon Warrior kits are done. Fantastic. So now these bags that I bought don't have a little thingy in the top, so I will take a hole punch and I'll put a hole punch right here. Not like, see, the bags that I have for my patterns already have a nice little professional hole in there. So I didn't want to spend a bunch of money to get them custom done, so I just bought a bunch of 8x10 bags. So I will put a hole punch there so I can hang it up on my grid walls, so with my little hooks, so they can hang on the wall. That's more table space for pillows and dice bags. Fantastic. So I'm happy. I'm good. Alright, so Amazon Warriors are done, and that does not take up a lot of room. That takes up a lot less room than 6 boxes. So I will work on making the other kits on my off time. I'm going to be streaming Friday night. What did I say? 5:30 to 8:30? Yeah, 5:30 to 8:30. And then I'll stream Saturday and Sunday from 2 to 5:30, or 2 to 5. Yeah, 2 to 5 for 3 hours. So I'll do Saturday, Sunday. I will work, I don't know, I may, I may be working on my next pattern. So it depends if Nicole gets something together. I may be doing my next quilt design pattern. Those are fun. So thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. I will see you all later, and thank you, thank you, thank you for your help. I love having this community that I can bounce ideas and questions I love you guys. I love you so much. Thank you. So I will see you guys later. Thanks for joining me.